Hello everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Lords of Shadow 2 on Prince of Darkness difficulty. If you want to backtrack, you can on this stage. That's what I actually did. I went back a little bit and got some hidden items. And there's also an experience cache up here if you elect to go up rather than over to the right. But since I backtracked, there was an experience cache that I hadn't used, so I had no keys to go up there. But we're just doing some. By the way, I love this stage. I love the Toy Maker stage. You know, I thought that it would be kind of childish of a stage, but it turns out that it's a very creative, probably one of the most creative and fun levels of the game, and a challenging boss fight. So what we have here, we've got some Brotherhood members. We have the standard soldiers whose armor you can cut through with standard attacks, but the lieutenant here, your attacks are going to bounce off him. There are guard breaking moves, but those aren't effective on this guy here. You're also going to have, once this wave is over, you're going to have a Brotherhood cleric drop in, and he's got a lot of elemental attacks as well as the ability to spawn new enemies. So I'm kind of stubborn with these guys. I mean, I have successfully backflipped over them and hit them, but his defense has to be completely down in order for you to hit him. It's got to be a direct hit right in the back. I've done it, so I know that it's at least possible. But barring that, if you just can't get it done, there's always the ability to, parry. That'll work. A parry will get you hits in. You notice that I parried his attacks, but the thing was I already took his armor off, so it's just important that you conserve your magic like I've been saying. So once he's dead, collect the orbs, and here's the cleric over here. He throws projectiles too, so watch out. He's one of these enemies that teleports around, and he throws that lightning attack out of his staff. Now, sometimes he will infuse himself with the elemental lightning attack and also cause other enemies to be infused with said power, or whatever he happens to cast, whether it's lightning or ice. Here's the lightning. I just imagine it's lightning because it's yellow, but the thing to note is that you can just hit the regular enemies, even though they have that aura over them, and you can still hit the guy too, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have to observe how that works out. Okay, so there was the Rising Assault move, followed up with some air attacks, and now it's just him, but he does have the ability to summon the enemy, so I think he ends up summoning more people. No, he didn't. Maybe, yeah, I think he was in a stupor, but I couldn't get to him quickly enough. So now he's going to spawn some more enemies. He's in the red, and these guys don't have much life. I mean, they have the regular amount of life, but it's really easy to take their HP away from them with our strong weapon. Okay, so now he's infused them with ice, and it really is no big deal. I mean, the priority here should be this guy, so I think I attempt to freeze him, and that's actually a really good thing to do. Because if an enemy is moving all over the place and you can't hit him, what the game wants you to do is just lock them in place with a void projectile, and then follow that up with Chaos Claws strikes. So there he is, frozen. That's what I should have done earlier, but notice that he breaks out of it very quickly, so you've got to go over there and really get on him. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until he quits it with the elemental infusions here. But I was really having fun with this fight, so I just let him cast his lackeys, and then Yeah, so yeah, it is. That's what I thought. You can hit him even though he has elemental, that elemental aura on him, no matter what it is. And I don't think I addressed what this is called, this mission. It's called Pieces of a Mirror. And we're going to be doing, shortly afterwards, we're going to be doing a boss fight, as well as the notorious stealth section, which I did on my first try. I'm not bragging or anything, I'm just stating a fact. But when I first played this game, it took me at least an hour to do it. But now I know just exactly what's going on with this section. It is broken. I will definitely admit that. Okay, so now we have a cutscene, and we're going to go over here. And we have the same setup from the first wave. We've got the lieutenant and his soldiers. Okay, so we got a nice parry on that guy. And remember that you don't have any invisible railing, so it's really easy to fall off here. Okay, so these guys are pretty formidable. Any enemy with body armor, it's tough to deal with, especially if they're amidst a crowd, because your attacks will end up bouncing off them if you're not parrying, or excuse me, if you're not, if you don't have your magic activated. Your attacks are going to bounce off the enemy, and it's going to have you reel back, and then you're going to be at the mercy of other enemies who are swinging at you. Okay, and you might have noticed during that fight that the bones of these skeletons can be hit for experience points. This one didn't yield any, but the other one did, if you saw that. Pretty interesting how that works. And this will be the last thing we do in this chapter, and then the next chapter will be the Agrius stealth section in the garden. So there is a pain box up there, but lacking the ability to do the double jump, we're going to have to wait. And you don't have to get it during the fight either.